get set to face off with the Kansas City Chiefs. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And right away, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now Carr. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Foster Moreau, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. And behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Now a handoff as they run left side. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Mahomes now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's McLaughlin. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr lets this go for Renfro downfield. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
From midfield, here's Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of points, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. And this is caught and in for the Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to...
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. For Henry Ruggs, he was the fastest runner at the 2020 Combine, ran the 40 in 4.27. That is fast, folks, and that speed in evidence there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. It's McLaughlin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Mahomes now on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 2nd and 14. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. And he had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached. Being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play?
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Butker on for the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Harrison Butker.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. Now Drake loses the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Carr now on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their deep.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Chiefs 31, Raiders 21. Harrison Butker to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr lets this go for Renfro downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3. Hey, we're good, we're good. 36.
Now Carr. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. The final shot here before half for Carr. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half, but when you're in a shootout...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. But that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play and give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
25-yard line.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And some strong running. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On first down, Drake. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Now Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line.
29. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. You must be dreaming.
To throw his Carr. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now they try the right side here. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. The handoff handoff as they run the counter play. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He finds his man complete. It's McLaughlin. And he will have a Chiefs first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Carr to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 30 on 2nd down, Carr. And that is incomplete.
He's made plenty of plays throughout this game, pressing the ball downfield to the tune of 4 touchdown passes. Was shooting for a 5th there. That one came up incomplete.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run. It's Drake. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
At the 30-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 124 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff working right. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Flush to his right. And going deep for Hill. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Carr. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one. They've got his man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play there for the Raiders.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Chiefs are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. One final try now for Carr. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone. And that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over, making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
So for the Chiefs, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.